We are definitely waking up because when I got engaged, my aunt pulled me to the side after meeting my husband and she said to me, "Do not get pregnant your first year of marriage." And she said it in such a serious way, I'll never forget it. And I feel like a lot of women don't listen to older women because they think that they're bitter or they're jealous or they're haters, but no, they've been through things and they're trying to save you from a lifetime of pain. And when I ended my marriage very abruptly after getting married, I was able to leave without kids.
What do you think about the advice her aunt gave to her? For me, I think that advice is very valid. Relationship is very different from marriage. And what is common out there is this. Some men love to bring their best foot forward when they are in a relationship with a woman. But the moment they get into marriage, you get to see the other side of them. And for some men, it gets worse once a baby is born. On this channel, we've spoken about men that abandoned their wives after that woman gave birth. We've spoken about men that turned into something else character-wise after their wife gave birth. We have spoken about men that started cheating on their wives immediately they got pregnant. Men that have refused to assist after the wife gave birth. So giving it some time might give you the room to assess that man properly and ask yourself if giving him a child is worth it. And I always say, do not give birth because you're doing that for a man. No, give birth because you want to have that child. Not because you're married to a man, then you feel like it's okay for you to give birth to 5 children. Are you willing to cater for those 5 children if that man refuses to stand up and be a father to them? These are questions you need to ask. So going back to what she said her aunt told her to do, not getting pregnant immediately can make you judge the man better up to an extent. So men also do pretend up to 5 years before you start seeing their true character. So 1 year at least you can get a little bit of an idea of the person you're dealing with. Remember, relationship is different from marriage. There are some characters you cannot hide in marriage. It will definitely show. Let's read some comments. Halle Berry is a prime example. We saw that walking red flag DVD from a mile away. Listen to your elders. They really do have wisdom. But you know what is common out there? The younger women think the older ones are jealous of them because that is what men have been telling them. Oh, you look pretty. Oh, you're fresh. You're young. The older ones are jealous of you because they are worn out. They are washed up and all that. So a lot of younger people believe that, but they don't know that that is normal lie men tell women just to brainwash them and use them. So because of all them lies, some younger women feel like the older women are bitter, are jealous, especially when the older woman that is talking to them or the older women don't have a man in their life or don't have men in their lives. They don't have babies, they're single. So they just, in their head, those people are bitter. Patriarchy tells you not to listen to older women for a reason. This is their strategy because they know that the older women know who men are. They know how to handle men. So imagine them having the older women talk to the younger women and the younger women listen to the older women. Their game plan will scatter. It will be difficult for them to manipulate the younger women. I did not get pregnant the first year of marriage. I realized right on that he was not going to be a present dad. I made sure I did not have children with him for the duration of the marriage. I left 7 years with no baby, 0 regrets. 7 years. I knew marriage was a scam when my mom, aunt, and other married cousins were devastated when my cousin got engaged. They were so sad and talking about how she's too young, too sweet, too soft, and too kind. They knew him and his family would take advantage of her. I was married for 2 years, made sure not to fall pregnant. We'll be divorced in a month. Ladies, wait it out as long as possible, please. I would have been trapped. The first year is the toughest. Wait, what's the point of getting married if it isn't having kids? This is a good question. And this is where people get it wrong. People get married for different reasons. For men, they get married mainly because they want to have kids and they want to have free access to a woman's body. They get women because they want to have kids. They don't care about any other thing, but they just want to have kids. So you should know why you're getting married. And if you want a healthy relationship, a healthy marriage, it does not necessarily have to be about kids. There is more in marriage that you should focus only on having kids in marriage. If you get with the right person and you're the right person to the person you think is the right person, marriage is a beautiful thing. You guys can do this life together. Companionship. It doesn't have to be all about having kids. The text she has on the screen says, "Isn't it crazy how one parent gets to continue life as normal, progress their career and have a social life, and the other has to ask if it's okay to take a shower?" This is why women are speaking against women feeling like they are obligated to give man a child because they are married to that man. It's not about giving that man a child. It's about, is he willing to be a father? Is he willing to step up? Because a lot of men out there believe that childbirth, pregnancy, taking care of a child is a woman's job. It has nothing to do with a man. You would see a man impregnating a woman and making sure she gives birth every year, but that man is not present in the lives of those children because in his head, he automatically thinks it's a woman's job to do that. All he has to do is get her pregnant and then let her carry the baby to term, push out the baby. It's her responsibility. It is none of his business. So it's important to know the person you have decided to have a child with, if that person is willing to be a father. I will always say, do not give birth because a man wants you to give birth. Give birth because you want to give birth and because you know you're willing and you're capable to take care of that child. Let's paint a scenario. Let's say you just give birth to 3-4 children because your husband or the man you're with said he wanted to have so many children. Tomorrow he packs up his bag and leaves, and he was the one providing. How then are you going to cope with that child or with those children? How? So you should give birth to a child according to your capability, according to your pocket as a woman, not because the man wants you to give birth to those children. A lot of men out there are very selfish. They don't want to assist and they don't understand postpartum depression. It could be they do, but they don't care. Let's read his comments. It's coming from a man and she replied. He said, "So sad that this is how men who work their life away to provide for their family and give their wife away to not have to do the same get treated. I feel sorry for your husband." It's coming from a man and this is what she has to say. "I provided for the family, work full time and actually earn more than my husband." Really? She's providing for the family, or she provided before she gave birth. She worked full time and she earns more than the man, and the man is refusing to assist her. It's crazy.
Why do I think couples break up when they have a baby? I would say it's because men don't want responsibility and they want women to do all the work. But now that I have a baby, I can honestly say postpartum. People say, oh, postpartum is a chemical imbalance, hormone imbalance, and they pretty much just have women acting like not themselves.
No, they acting like demons. What they acting like? Call ace a spade a spade. Male perspective of postpartum is wild, and I'm about to help y'all out because we're never allowed to talk about it. If you've ever been through this, sit back, relax, get ready for a laugh, maybe to relive it and get angry all over again. And if you're getting ready to live through this, or you want children, so you're going to have to, listen up. I did a video the other week talking about how nobody talks about being in a relationship with someone who has a mental illness. The person in the relationship with the person with the mental illness has to deal with more than anyone, even the person with the mental illness. Follow me. If you're dating a girl who's schizophrenic, or if you're dating a guy who's schizophrenic, they're talking to someone who's definitely not in the room. They're sitting here having a whole conversation. They feel normal, at least in that moment. You are standing there like, who the fuck are you talking to? And it's the same thing postpartum. A woman may not understand her emotions and her hormones and everything that's going on, but she's in it, she's living it, she's doing it. If you're a dad and you're dadding correctly, you're gonna be sitting there, you're gonna be her butler, basically, as you should, right? There are some experiences that every man has dealt with their woman postpartum. You offer help, she says no. You're watching her damn near lose her mind because she's changed the baby, fed the baby, rocked the baby, burped the baby, cuddled with the baby, stood up and walked around with the baby, and the baby's still losing their mind because sometimes babies lose their mind. You make the terrible mistake of saying, let me help you, give me the baby. And she be like, no, I got this. Wait, they don't love you like that shit crazy, and that's gonna happen 37,362 times. And when that's happening, right? After you offer help multiple times, she damn near cuss you out talking about she got it. Here's what you're not allowed to do. You're not allowed to go beat that PS5 on. You have to sit there. You're not allowed to get up and go to the gym. You have to sit there and just be present. Look like this. Baby, let me help you with the baby. No! All right. You need help yet? You need help? Let me get her. I'll change the diaper out. You want me to go make the bottle? You're gonna feel crazy as fuck. There's feelings of resentment. When it's time for you to go back to work, she's gonna be like, you're leaving me at home with the baby all day? I've talked to multiple men. They've dealt with this same shit. Woman doesn't know she's being irrational. She just doesn't want to be home with the baby alone all day, even though you're not allowed to help her with the baby. Don't even get me started on feelings of resentment that women low-key feel when they have to go back to work because FMLA is running out. You can have 57 conversations with her for years before y'all ever have a child, saying, no, I'm cool with a 2-parent household. I want to spend time with my child too. I don't want to be at work all the time. When that FMLA run out and it's time for her to go back to work and y'all got to deal with the child care and, you know, breaking that bond that her and baby done built and da-da-da, it's time for her to get back to the work. Tread lightly, my brother. The best advice I can give you is just be there, be present, and be nice. Because you're about to go through a whirlwind of bullshit. Be there. Be present, be nice, patient, positive, and kind.
I have a question for him. Must he assist with the baby? There are so many other things you can do around the house. You can help with buying things from the store, the grocery store. You can help with making the meal. You can help with the laundry. You can help with cleaning the home. There's so many things you can do. You don't necessarily have to be the one carrying the baby. When you help with things like that, it makes life easier for her. You don't have to sit down like you don't have senses, you don't have brains, and waiting for the woman to give you the baby to carry. No, that way you're coming off as you don't have a mind of your own. You can't reason, you can't think. So what you just said does not make any sense to me. Is it possible for you to feel the pain more than the person that got the gunshot? Is it possible for you to feel the postpartum depression more than the woman that is experiencing it? I don't agree with what he's saying. That is a lazy man's talk. Men that don't want to assist, they are filled with excuses.
How y'all got postpartum depression and that bitch still in you? Explain that to me. You can't have postpartum depression while the bitch is still in you. And that bitch been in you since you was born. You still acting like a little bitch. Run around here. Wham. Women ain't the only people got postpartum depression. Men get postpartum depression too. You got to get rid of the bitch to get to the postpartum. And unfortunately for you, that bitch here to stay.
Hey, look, new father here, 3-week update, and I feel like shit. I feel like I'm not doing enough for my family with my time, with my money, with my child. I really just feel like shit. Postpartum is a real thing. Me personally, I work. I'm the only worker in this household. I am blessed enough to have my girlfriend stay at home and take care of my child. I pay the rent. I pay 2 car notes. I'm putting mommy through school. I put the groceries in that refrigerator back there. Like, from the outside looking in, you would think I'm an amazing father. You would feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. But as a man, as a hungry man like myself, you're always going to want more. And it's so easy to fall into that thinking of, man, I'm not doing enough. I could be doing this, that, the third. And I just want to come on here and say, like, that's just not the way to think. In some scenarios in life, absolutely, be hungry, be spontaneous, go out there and go get it. But after pregnancy and you're adjusting to your new family and the dynamic of your family and just dealing with everything that comes with being a father, that's just such a negative way of going about it. And it's gonna weigh heavy on your mind. And you don't want to go through that. I promise you don't want to go through that. And you're probably going through it already without even knowing you're going through it. But I just want to come on here and say, like, you're doing enough. Now, if you're a low down, no good, rotten motherfucker sat there and, you know, disappeared after the baby was here, or you're just doing the bare minimum, like, absolutely, you should feel like shit. That's not postpartum. You're just a no good, low down, rotten motherfucker. But I'm talking to the percent of where you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're working, you're providing for your family, like, you're doing enough. And it's only going to get better.
Let's watch some clips of men speaking about postpartum depression, how the birth of their children or their child gave them sleepless nights, how they tried their best to be there for the wife and also their children.
Like, for me, I literally watched my son being born. That's why I'm so grateful. Yeah, and I understand what when they're pregnant. For the second one, I held my hands up 9 months. 9 months.
Yeah, because you knew from the first
nine
journey you
months
had,
I was a doormat, bro.
Yeah.
9 months doormat, bruv. And I took it on the chin, like what? Yeah. First one, hey,
I'm new to this.
every 3 months it was like, do you know what I mean? But yeah, watching my son being born. First of all, I recommend. I truly recommend for every man to watch their child be born. If their wife lets them, obviously.
And if
Not every woman's going to be comfortable you being down there and literally watching everything. Yeah, literally, gynecologist is literally there. I'm right next to them.
Yeah.
Literally just watching everything. Yeah, and there's just something about watching your son or your daughter being born and them being the first person you see.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as my son came out, he looked at me. Yeah. And babies usually cry when they come out. Yeah. And as soon as he's come out, he's looked at me. He's not said nothing. He's not cried. He just looked at me. We just locked eyes. We're just looking at each other. And it was at that moment, it was just life changed. Literally, I was literally a whole new person. Got the baby, cut the umbilical cord. Dad.
This isn't Adam.
Yeah. I'm no longer a dad. I'm a father now.
Yo, so literally 4:35 currently in the morning. I'm just say something. Nurses and doctors, it's not only the mother that goes through postpartum depression. The father go through them things too. So you guys need to stop only checking the mother, talking to the mother. You guys need to speak to both parents at all times. You see me? Singling out the mother with postpartum depression and not talk about that she alone is not enough. You see me? Because the mother alone doesn't take care of the baby. Mother and the father. And a good father like me will tell my wife, sleep right through the night, me take care of the baby them. And trust me, I get flagged right now. They will beat my ass bad. I know, but
after he was born, I had postnatal depression. And while he was fine and healthy and perfect, I was not. The shame of feeling as the dad that you are the one that can't cope when you watch your partner go through so much during pregnancy and labor and being a new mum that there's so many demands on. I felt a lot of shame. It's something in time I've learned to separate the shame of it from, though, and I'm now comfortable saying that I had postnatal depression and that men can get it, and I hope that anybody who is feeling it feels like they can say they have it and find somebody that they can communicate with.
Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section. And if you would love to watch more videos like this, click this video to watch a man say women that are 30 years and above are washed up. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.